All right, so most people know that their social security number is the key to their identity. Security experts advise protecting it at all costs to prevent identity theft.
At all costs. But ConsumerWatch reporter Julie Watts explains one state agency is putting millions of social security numbers at risk despite state laws intended to protect them.
Maxine Hines is diligent about protecting her identity. She just wishes the state of California would be too. Hines recently filed her first unemployment claim and couldn't believe what was printed on every page mailed back to her by the EDD.
I was astounded to see that my Social Security number on all those documents.
A concern to the former IRS employee who witnessed identity theft firsthand.
I've seen people who have gotten hurt when their Social Security numbers have been used. I couldn't imagine why the state of California would not protect the people who live here.
The Employment Development Department administers benefits for unemployment, disability, maternity leave to over 1 million Californians so far this year. And when Maxine called to complain that the agency was putting all of them at risk,
she kind of laughed a bit and she said, yeah, a lot of people complain.
I'm surprised.
The Federal Trade Commission's David Newman says most state and federal agencies stopped printing full Social Security numbers nearly a decade ago.
Anything that's coming from a state agency is likely to be a signal to an ID thief that there might be something useful inside, and if it turns out that there really is something useful inside, then your Social Security number's been compromised.
In fact, several states, including California, have laws that prohibit printing a Social Security number on any materials that are mailed. EDD denied a request for an interview, but in a statement said it is required to use Social Security numbers in the administration of its programs, which is an exception to the Civil Code, but couldn't cite anything that requires they print the full number on mailed documents.
I'm not in a position to comment on whether they're exempt from state law, but they're not exempt from best practices.
For now, Maxine has come up with some best practices of her own, scratching out her social on every page and hoping the EDD does the same soon.
I think the state of California should correct that immediately.
Now, the FTC warns that in addition to mail theft, thieves also look for these documents in the trash. They call it dumpster diving. So it's important to shred any documents you receive from the state before you throw them away. Now, even though the EDD claims they have to print the full Social Security numbers, they now say they are reviewing their options. Some good news.
Hope so, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be sending this to lawmakers and hoping that somebody will take some action here.
Make a change.
Yeah. All right. Good job, Julie. Thanks.